Let's see, webcam, and round one. There we go. And it says 7-5, so I'll fast forward a little bit just so people don't see that.
Well, gee.
I actually changed it, but I decided to just use the same ones from last week because of the fact that they were already loaded in.
Yep, you're a lazy Mickey.
Yeah. I'm a lazy man.
Uh-huh.
There's the expose on my indolence.
Oh.
Come on, rub it up, baby. Twitch, Octopus Trivia, YouTube, also that.
We've got two people.
Oh, fantastic.
Two lucky boys.
From last week because of the...
There you go. Everybody's going to hear your laziness one more time.
There I am again, spilling trade secrets. Fantastic. All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out with Gentleman Octopus. We said rain or shine, and I know that last week we had to cancel from rain, but I mean, we were told to straight up expect power outages.
We were.
So we didn't want to do that to y'all.
We didn't get that.
No, we think it actually rained harder today than it did when we were supposed to get the hurricane.
Or a tropical storm.
Well, we were supposed to get hurricane.
We were
supposed to be.
hurricane.
It was supposed to be a level 1 hurricane.
Oh, level 1.
Level 1 hurricane. DEFCON 5. Stretchums. There we go. All right. But anyway, welcome. We'll be starting in just a few minutes once we get, a few more people in.
More than two people.
For sure. But thanks for joining us. We'll have another 5 rounds of questions firing your way soon. In the meantime, I'd like to say thank you to some of these people. I'd like to say thank you to Cody Vest and Adam Francois Watkins and Rachel Schumann. Her son Henry just had a birthday recently, so happy birthday, Henry. Michelle Martin, Claire Fisher, and Will Gilbert. Gail Angeles, Stephen Glassman, and Mark Dawson. Mark, of course, a teammate of mine. Will, he's actually in the same division I am for Pop Solo, so I think we might get to see each other here.
See each other in a big way, yeah, right?
I'd like to say thank you to Jerome, Adam Connor, and Martin Butterick. To Kent Buxton, who finished a couple of tiers above me, so good job, Kent. Well done. Also a teammate. Richard Mason, Sarah Ann Rapp. Hi, Sarah. Lindsay Henry, Jordan Lax, and Dan Fitzpatrick. Also got a couple of people here I want to say thank you to because they went ahead and downloaded that fancy schmancy Gentleman Octopus question archive I posted and sent us a little something for our troubles too, which is real nice of them. So like to say thank you to Dustin Resch, to Gail Angeles once again, Liz Hudson, and Lincoln Hamilton. So thank you very much for everybody. Looks like we also just got a donation here from Claire. I believe it's Claire Fisher. Let me just take a look. It is. Thank you, Claire Fisher. We really appreciate you supporting us. And if anybody else wants to send something in, support some DIY trivia.
During actual Derby Day?
During actual Derby Day?
Yeah, not Kentucky Derby.
Oh, you're doing the thing the Preakness was doing? Just launching some shade? When they were talking about their Black Eyed Susan being the official cocktail horse racing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Anyway.
And Julep has been seen.
Anyway, yeah, if you feel like throwing in a little something, you can do so. Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal, and that's ksizemore at hotmail.com. So thanks, everybody, for showing out. Thank you very much for supporting us, and we will be getting to our first round in just a little bit. But first, let me tell you about Quick Win. It's a lot of fun. We saw a couple of great prizes go off the board today, including a soft-sided satchel cooler.
Yeah, that cooler looked nice.
Cody won it.
Cody won it. Congratulations to Cody.
Congratulations to Cody on that one.
Cody Johansson, not fast on that one.
Right. But yeah, Quick Win. It's an exciting and competitive trivia app. Rewards you with physical prizes twice throughout the day. A question will come up at a more or less random point. Does anyone else see the pinned answer sheets?
Pinned answer sheets are not in yet.
Okay, TJ's going to take care of that.
Now.
And I will go ahead and finish this spiel, and then I'll put that in Twitch, and I'll put that in YouTube as well. But yeah, twice a day you're going to get questions. That'll give you 15 minutes to launch your answers. And then you also are not going to have the benefit of multiple choice with those questions, so you've got to use whatever you happen to already know or whatever you're able to look up. You get 15 minutes to answer that question, and the first person to get it right will win whatever prize is on offer. What I really like is that you can preview what the prize is going to be.
Do I need to show out for this one?
Exactly. Like,
for another smart
do I
plug?
need another Bluetooth speaker?
Smart plug.
The answer to do I need another Bluetooth
Is
speaker,
always
by the way,
yes.
is always, yeah. We could always use one for the car, for the second car, the boat, the TJ.
The boat. The boat.
I don't have a boat, but when I do, I've got a Bluetooth speaker for it.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, it's fantastic. They've never asked us for a dime. We've got a question coming at you live on that app tomorrow afternoon. So make sure you play it, download it if you don't already have it, and if you do already have it, make sure you update it. And I'll let you look at that for just a little bit longer while I get the sheets and I put those in Twitch and YouTube.
Some of us already did it.
Oh, well.
Not that we were, told to.
Gonna act like that was all on your own initiative.
Absolutely.
Anyway, moving on past Euro plates. Euros are over.
Congratulations to Italy.
Congratulations.
Commiserations to England.
Oh my goodness! I can't even imagine trying to take a penalty kick like that.
Yeah.
I have definitely failed on some big stages before, but not even
You've
close
missed
to
penalties
that.
before.
I've also missed a penalty before. Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
And mine was not nearly struck as pure or as deceptive or anything like that.
But
Rashford had him. He
He
just
did.
hit the post.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, what a game.
That was
What
a
a
good
game.
game,
What
yeah.
a tournament. That was so much fun. Anyway, rules for
Step
tonight.
your game up, Olympics.
Yeah, step your game up, Olympics.
We can have
wanna
this every 2 years.
We
if
want to see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So please submit your answers using the Google form links that we've now provided for you. Make sure that you include your team name on each one of those sheets and that you only submit each one time. Just looking for it once. There will be 5 rounds with 8 questions, and your middle round will be a music round with a theme. Feel free to play individually or team up using that group chat or whatever you happen to have. Hell, go speakerphone.
Yeah, speakerphone.
Speakerphone. Can't hear anybody else. Can only hear the clip. Everybody's shouting over each other. But yeah, let's do it. Speakerphone. Come on. Conference call.
Track phone. Burners. Choose the burner.
Each correct answer to a question is worth 1 point unless otherwise indicated. The exception there is in the music round, a correct title is worth 1 point, and a correct artist is worth 1 point. They're not mutually dependent on each other. So if you say that Burn It Down is by not Santeria, that's not the name of the band, Sublime.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say Burn It Down by Linkin Park is by Sublime. We'll give you credit for one of those things, provided that's
Burn
correct.
It Down
I
by
know,
Linkin
that
Park.
was the first song that came to mind.
That's interesting.
Right?
All right. We're going to have to talk about Linkin Park songs later.
But anyway, those are each worth a point, and then the theme is worth 2 points. So even if you don't know it, it's worth a guess, because that's the most amount of points you can get on a single question tonight. So best of luck there. Questions will be read once, and then they will be recapped. After the recap, we will put a 3-minute timer up on the board, and you'll have until the end of that timer to submit your answers. Once we have all the answers in, we'll pop back in, we'll show you what's what, and if it's relevant, we'll go over a scoring update too.
Dude, shout out to the polar bear going off on the main stage. Pete Alonso hitting 30.
I had no idea his nickname was the Polar Bear. 30, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's going.
Okay.
That's 31.
There'll be no final question, and tiebreakers will only be written and used in the event of a first-place tie. And that's it. I'm ready to get started.
Let's
if you're ready
do
to
it.
get started, so let's hop in. You want to
I'll
lead?
go ahead and start. That's fine.
Okay, here you go.
Question number 1. Cash-strapped filmmakers can pay a low price for the rights to Lucky Quarter, Beach World, One for the Road, and many other stories thanks to what prolific author and their Dollar Babies program.
Thanks for mentally editing.
No problem.
I did change that slide, but then I used the one from last week.
Of course you did. Good job, bud. Once again, question number 1. Cash-strapped filmmakers can pay a low price for the rights to Lucky Quarter, Beach World, One for the Road, and, of course, many other stories, thanks to what prolific author and their Dollar Babies program. What author has the Dollar Babies program that is specifically designed for film students looking for some cool rights? That's question 1.
Just before we continue, want to introduce our flags real quick. I'm going to up the brightness here. One of our favorites.
Kangaroos.
Got the Australian kangaroo.
They're playing not the Socceroos, but the Basketball-roos are playing the United States in a friendly tonight.
Are they now?
They are indeed.
And another one, a very special one we wanted to show you once again, was the Isle of Man kitty cat flag as designed by Sarah. It was designed by her exactly 1 year ago, according to Facebook memories. So definitely fitting on the 365th day anniversary to whip that one out.
Turn that down a bit.
Yeah, I upped it so that people can see the flags.
I was going to say, because I'm
Just-
looking ghosty.
Just blowing out the TJ here. Thanks again for that, by the way, Sarah. Question number 2. The cities Macomb, Ellsville, and Hattiesburg are part of which state's so-called Pine Belt? An area named for its abundance of longleaf pines. Not its tobacco production or anything like that. You know, obviously the Pine Belt is where you find the pines. But anyway, the cities Macomb, Ellsville, and Hattiesburg can be found in which state? Also home to an abundance of longleaf pines, giving a part of that state the nickname the Pine Belt. Looking for the name of that American state? That's question 2.
Question number 3. What country's Olympic basketball team will be led by the likes of Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and one-time NBA Finals hero Matthew Dellavedova? Once again, what country's Olympic basketball team will be led by NBA players such as Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and one-time NBA Finals hero Matthew Dellavedova? That was a weird finals.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a weird finals.
You'll have to tell me about it later once we reveal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
All right.
question number 3.
Question number 4. After capturing a fairy, a leopard, a python, and a swarm of hornets, the trickster god Anansi traded the creatures to the sky god Niami in exchange for the world's supply of what? What did Anansi trade a fairy, a leopard, a python, and a swarm of hornets for? Anansi later became the possessor of the world's supply of these things.
A 4-for-1 trade. It's got to be something big. Sam Presti deal right there.
Anyway, that's question number 4. What did Anansi trade those creatures for? Here's question 5.
Question number 5. Said by some to be destined for the screen, what actress dominated the box office in the 90s with roles in films such as The Prince of Egypt and Dangerous Minds? Once again, said by some to be destined for the screen, what actress dominated the box office in the 90s with roles in films such as The Prince of Egypt and Dangerous Minds? What is that actress? That's question 5.
Question number 6. The big 5 of African game hunting include the elephant, the lion, the leopard, the rhinoceros, and what bovine with a 2-word geographical name seen on the following slide?
Oh, the boy.
So once again, in the big 5 of African game hunting, you have the leopard, the rhinoceros, the lion, I'll cheat and look back, the elephant, and what bovine seen on this slide, which has a 2-word geographic name. What is the name of that bovine? That is question.
Look at the horny boy.
Take it away.
Sorry. Question number 7. The social deduction video game Dread Hunger is based on the Franklin expedition, a failed attempt to chart what sea route through the Arctic Ocean. Once again, the social deduction video game that's all the rage right now. If it's on Twitch, it's probably in the top 3. Dread Hunger is based on the Franklin expedition, a failed attempt to chart what sea route through the Arctic Ocean. What sea route was attempted to be charted by the Franklin expedition? That's question 7.
And question number 8, along with Kahlua or any coffee liqueur, and Bailey's or any Irish cream liqueur, what spirit is the 3rd ingredient in a mudslide?
The Spirit of Massachusetts.
No.
Oh, damn.
That's the spirit of America on the mudslide. Anyway, coffee liqueur, Irish cream liqueur, and which 3rd ingredient comprise the drink known as a mudslide? That's question number 8, and that takes us to the recap.
Question number 1. Cash-strapped filmmakers can pay a low price for the rights to Lucky Quarter, Beach World, One for the Road, and many other stories, thanks to what prolific author and their Dollar Babies program? What author has launched the Dollar Babies program for filmmakers, for specifically film students? That's question 1.
Question number 2. In which state will you find the cities of Macomb, Ellsville, and Hattiesburg? These cities are part of that state's so-called Pine Belt, which is home to an abundance of longleaf pines. That's question number 2. Give us the name of that American state.
Question number 3. What country's Olympic basketball team will be led by the likes of Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and one-time NBA Finals hero Matthew Dellavedova? That is question 3.
And question number 4. After capturing a fairy, a leopard, a python, and a swarm of hornets. Leopard's getting a lot of play in this round, by the way. The trickster god Anansi was able to trade all of those creatures for the world's supply of what? Anansi came into the possession of the world's supply of what? Thanks to a trade involving a fairy, a leopard, a python, and a swarm of hornets. That's question number 4. Tell us what Anansi got out of the deal.
Question number 5, said by some to be destined for the screen, what actress dominated the box office in the 1990s, with roles in films such as The Prince of Egypt and Dangerous Minds? What actress was in The Prince of Egypt and Dangerous Minds in the 90s? That's question 5.
Question number 6. The big 5 of African game hunting include the lion, the elephant, the leopard, the rhinoceros, and what 2-word bovine seen on this slide with a geographic name? What is the 2-word geographical name of the bovine seen on this slide? That's question number 6. TJ, take it away with 7.
Question number 7. The social deduction video game Dread Hunger is based on the Franklin expedition, a failed attempt to chart what sea route through the Arctic Ocean. What sea route was attempted to be charted by the Franklin expedition? That's question 7.
Thank you very much, Stephen Glassman, for hooking us up with the tip.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Stephen. You've been here through practically all of it. We really appreciate your support.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 8. Along with Kahlua and Bailey's, or any coffee liqueur, any Irish cream liqueur, what is the 3rd ingredient that you would need to make a mudslide? You got coffee liqueur, you got Irish cream liqueur. What is the 3rd ingredient, excepting ice, that you need to make a mudslide? That's question number 8. So it's time now to put that timer up on the board as we roll back here to the beginning and we figure out what we're going to listen to tonight. You got any, let's see if there's anything that comes up for baseball. I'm just curious. No. Okay.
Nothing but Center Field by John Fogerty, it looks like.
I'm going to put in Oregon. Ragtime Piano, Cinema, Oregon. Let's give that a shot.
Sounds good.
See y'all in a little bit. All right. We are back, and y'all did well. I hope you know this is just a warm-up. Let's go over the answers. Round number 1. Starting with this one. TJ.
Question number 1. Cash-strapped filmmakers can pay a low price for the rights to Lucky Quarter, Beach World, and One for the Road, and many other stories, thanks to what prolific author in their Dollar Babies program. Everybody got that was Mr. Stephen King.
Yep. Pay $1, you get the film rights.
He says, one of the lesser works.
One of the ones that's not likely to get adapted by a major studio, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said it's given his accountant just conniptions over the years.
It's given his lawyers conniptions over the years.
Question number 2. The cities of Macomb, Ellsville, and Hattiesburg are part of what state's so-called Pine Belt? You can see yourself a lot of longleaf pines in the state of Maine, but this is Mississippi. Mississippi is correct.
Question number 3. What country's Olympic basketball team will be led by the likes of Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and one-time NBA Finals hero Matthew Dellavedova? I was not the one who picked the flags tonight. Yeah. So they're playing currently. That is Australia.
That's the Dunkaroos.
That is the Dunkaroos. Sure. Why not? Dunkaroos are great.
Question number 4. After capturing a fairy, a leopard, a python, and a swarm of hornets, Anansi traded these creatures to the god Niami in exchange for the world's supply of what? He got all the stories. That's right. Anansi is the one who holds all of the world's stories.
Aha.
Aha.
Question number 5. Said by some to be destined for the screen, of course, by Vance Joy. What actress dominated the box office in the 90s with roles in The Prince of Egypt and Dangerous Minds? That is, of course, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Can't forget playing Catwoman in Batman Returns.
Well, that's why it wasn't in there. And a Nazi got his group back.
Question number 6. The big 5 of African game hunting include the lion, the leopard, another leopard mention, rhinoceros, and elephant. But the last one is what 2-word bovine with a geographic name? Everybody got that is the Cape Buffalo. The Cape Buffalo.
Great Cape Buffalo.
African bison was also an acceptable answer, but no one gave it to us. It was Cape Buffalo.
Yep.
There you go.
Question number 7. The social deduction video game Dread Hunger is based on the Franklin expedition. A failed attempt to chart what sea route through the Arctic Ocean? Were they trying to go? They're trying to chart the Northwest Passage.
Yep, indeed.
And you got to blow up the iceberg with the nitroglycerin in Dread Hunger. In Dread Hunger, yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, to get it free.
I feel like I would like that game.
It's an interesting game. I like it a lot.
I love Arctic set stories so much. Anyway, question number 8. Along with Kahlua and Bailey's, what spirit is the third ingredient in a mudslide? I'm not a huge coffee fan, but these things look delicious. And that is vodka. I'm also not a huge vodka fan, but those things look delicious. Mm-hmm. Personally, I would have said maybe a rum, but that's just me. Anyway, let's meet the teams. And I'll get away from that.
Let's meet the teams.
Round number 2 coming up.
Mm-hmm. We've got Team Coast to Coast. We've got Pan-Galactic Gargle Branson. We've got West Nile Virus. Inkins living in a Pizarro world. Gentlefolk Octopodes and slightly too hot back summer.
It is pretty damn warm right now.
Especially in Florida, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kick off round number 2 because our first one comes to you from Sarah and Rapp. Thanks again, Sarah. Toast my llama cup. Question number 1. The old school potluck treat seen on the following slide is a simple mix of pistachio pudding, pineapple, marshmallows, Cool Whip, and nuts. Its origins are more complex, with links to Helen Keller and which famous or infamous hotel. So, this old school potluck treat consisting of pistachios, pineapples, marshmallows, Cool Whips, and nuts. Cool Whips, that's not a plural. Cool Whip and nuts is named for what famous hotel? What is the name of the hotel that gives its name to this potluck dish? That is question number 1.
It is indeed. Question number 2. I Can See for Miles was the theme song to what 2015-2016 spin-off that lasted for 31 episodes and starred Patricia Arquette, Bow Wow, and James Vanderbeek. So what spin-off used I Can See for Miles and starred Patricia Arquette, Bow Wow, and James Vanderbeek? That is question 2. You added Patricia Arquette to that?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would you do that?
You'll see.
Okay.
Question number 3. 10 Days in the Madhouse and Around the World in 72 Days are two of the most famous pieces of sensationalist nonfiction written by what pioneer of investigative journalism? What pioneering investigative journalist wrote 10 Days in the Madhouse and Around the World in 72 Days about their experiences with stunt journalism? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. Critic Roberto Longhi has suggested that Renaissance woman
Sofonisba Anguissola.
I was just about to say that.
I know, it's a toughie.
Sofonisba Anguissola's sketch "Boy Bitten by a Crab" inspired the scene on the following slide, as depicted by what other artist? So, what other artist depicted this scene that is said to be inspired by "Boy Bitten by a Crab"? That is question number 4. Who is the artist behind this work?
Question number 5. What 1983 song stayed in the UK charts for 37 weeks, despite a BBC airplay ban that frowned on this Welcome to the Pleasure Dome single and its overtly sexual content? What 1983 song stayed in the UK charts for 37 weeks, even though the BBC said that this single off of Welcome to the Pleasure Dome was too overtly sexual to be played on air?
35 weeks it was of the 37 it was banned for airplay.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to still hit the charts.
Counterculture, baby.
That's question number 5.
Question number 6. Mickey Mouse boasts of his giant slaying abilities in a Brothers Grimm inspired cartoon about a brave little practitioner of what profession? Once again, Mickey Mouse boasts of his giant slaying abilities in a Brothers Grimm inspired cartoon about a brave little practitioner of what profession? What profession is that? It's question 6.
Question number 7. Reactions such as the Calvin cycle make use of what abundant enzyme that fixes carbon dioxide, converting the molecule to energetic compounds such as glucose? Glucose is created during energy conversion using what abundant enzyme, which has the ability to fix carbon dioxide? Reactions such as the Calvin cycle use this highly abundant enzyme. What is that enzyme? That's question number 7. And TJ, take us home.
What's question number 8? Randy anagram time. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word. You got a finer body. And your hint, the right one will treat you really well. So a finer body, the right one will treat you really well. That's question 8. Rearrange those letters to form a 9-letter word. Rearrange all those words to make more words. And then make more words, and you got a novel. That's how books work.
TJ with his Ulipo.
Yeah.
All right. Question recap. The old school potluck treat seen on the following slide is a simple mix of pistachio, pineapple, Cool Whip, marshmallows, and nuts, and it is named for what famous or perhaps infamous hotel? Also, interestingly enough, has links to Helen Keller. But anyway, what is the name of the famous or infamous hotel that gives its name to this particular potluck dish? And that question comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Sarah.
Sarah. Question number 2. I Can See for Miles was the theme song to what 2015-16 spinoff? Lasted for just 31 episodes and starred Patricia Arquette, Bow Wow, and James Van Der Beek. What TV show was that spinoff? That's question 2.
His name is Shad Moss, apparently.
Yep.
Bow Wow. Had to look that up. That was interesting. Question number 3. 10 Days in the Madhouse and Around the World in 72 Days are two of the most famous pieces of sensationalist journalism written by what pioneer of investigative journalism? I meant to say sensationalist nonfiction, and that way I didn't have to say journalism twice in a row. But anyway, who wrote those two pieces? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. Critic Roberto Longhi has suggested that Renaissance woman Sofonisba Anguissola's sketch, Boy Bitten by a Crab, inspired the scene on the following slide. That was depicted by what other artist? What other artist depicted this that is said to be a derivative of Boy Bitten by a Crab? If I missed anything, go ahead and tell me. I don't think I did.
I don't think so. I think you do an I.
Alright. We're okay.
C+. plus.
Ah.
Question number 5. What 1983 song stayed in the UK charts for 37 weeks despite a prohibitive BBC airplay ban that frowned on this Welcome to the Pleasure Dome single and its overtly sexual content. What is the name of that single that hit the charts in 1983 and stayed there for 37 weeks? That's question number 5.
Question number 6. Mickey Mouse boasts of his giant slaying abilities in a Brothers Grimm-inspired cartoon about a brave little practitioner of what profession? What profession is boasted about in the Brave Little? Mickey Mouse. It's question 6.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Question number 7. Reactions such as the Calvin cycle make use of what abundant enzyme that fixes carbon dioxide and converts the molecule to energetic compounds such as glucose? I just took a lot of time writing that question to make sure I'd write it well, and I can't think of any other way to reword it, so trying to reword it, I'll just trip over everything. So that's it right there. What's the name of that abundant enzyme? That's question number 7.
And question number 8 is, of course, your Randy anagram. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word, and you got a finer body. And your hint, the right one will treat you really well. So a finer body, the right one will treat you really well. Rearrange those letters, give us a 9-letter word. Maybe you got a stew going. And submit your answers. We will see you guys in just a little bit.
Excellent.
Roll back to the top.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were going to say something more, so I was giving you a second.
That's right.
Awesome. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you soon. All right. We are back. Let's take a look at the correct answers here from round number 5. That's not right. Hold on.
Boy.
Yeah, there we go. What the fuck was it labeled that for?
I don't know what you did.
Anyway, the old school potluck treat seen on the following slide is a simple mix of pistachio pudding, pineapple, marshmallows, Cool Whip, and nuts. Its origins are more complex, with links to Helen Keller and which famous or infamous hotel? A bunch of infamous hotels. We got the Dakota, we got the Ambassador, both of which are certainly infamous, but perhaps head and shoulders above the rest is Watergate. This is Watergate salad. Thank you very much, Sarah, for not only writing the question, but giving us the Watergate salad hotel image there. Cheers. TJ.
Yep. Question number 2, I Can See for Miles was the theme song to what 2015-16 spin-off that lasted for just 31 episodes and starred Patricia Arquette, Bow Wow, and James Vanderbeek. I Can See for Miles is one of the highest charting Who
It's the
songs
highest charting,
ever.
I believe.
Yeah. It's that and like Eminence Front are like way up there. But this was CSI Cyber. You got all the CSIs.
Get all the CSIs. Get them all.
Get them all out of here.
Question number 3. 10 Days in the Madhouse and Around the World in 72 Days are two of the most famous pieces of sensationalist nonfiction. Written by what pioneer of investigative journalism? She wrote for Joseph Pulitzer and it's Nellie Bly.
It is Nellie Bly.
Nellie Bly is one of the coolest journalists of all time. Definitely look her up. Question number 4.
Question number 4. Critic Roberto Longhi has suggested that Renaissance woman Sophonisba Anguissola's sketch, Boy Bitten by a Crab, inspired the scene on the following slide as depicted by what other artist? And that artist there is Caravaggio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the chiaroscuro.
That's Boy Bitten by a Lizard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's down bad.
Question number 5. What 1983 song stayed in the UK charts for 37 weeks, despite a BBC airplay ban that frowned on this Welcome to the Pleasure Dome single and its overtly sexual content? That was not for effect, but it worked, right?
Yeah, it did.
That was Relax. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Frankie says, relax. TJ.
Question number 6. Mickey Mouse boasts of his giant slaying abilities in a Brothers Grimm inspired cartoon about a brave little practitioner of what profession? That profession is a tailor.
I sold the cow for some magic beans.
You did? God.
Now we're down bad.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Reactions such as the Calvin cycle make use of what abundant enzyme that fixes carbon dioxide, converting the molecule to energetic compounds such as glucose. This may be the most abundant enzyme in the universe. That is Rubisco. Rubisco is what we're looking for. Got a smear of possible guesses there. Had to look up more than a fair share, but I'm confident that Rubisco is the only acceptable answer given the clues. TJ.
Question number 8, once again, was Randy Anagram time. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word, and you got a finer body. And your hint, the right one will treat you really well. The right one will treat you really well if you got a boyfriend.
There you go. And your boyfriend's in the parking lot with his hands in a walrus. Yeah, that'll be good for business.
Yep.
Pretty good. Later season. Well, at this point, a mid-season
Yep.
episode of The Simpsons, Bonfire of the Manatees with Alec Baldwin as guest star.
Yep.
All right, now, scoring update, my friend.
Yes, scoring update. In 5th place, tied, we got 13 points for slightly too hot Vax Summer and Kanye West Nile Virus. Tied for 3rd, 14 points for Pangalactic Gargle Branson and Gentlefolk Octopodes. 15 points, 2nd place for Team Coast to Coast. And in 1st place, we have Inkins Living in Pizarro World. Has a perfect score as of now, but it's about to change.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes because we've got the music round coming up for you in just a moment. I'm opening that right now. It says round number 2, but ignore that. All right.
That.
Round number 3, you're going to hear 8 different clips. 1 point will be given for each correctly guessed title, 1 point for each correctly guessed artist, and a whopping 2 for guessing the theme correctly. So again, if you don't know the theme straight off, it's worth a guess because it's the most points you can possibly get in the round. And the link to your music clips will be posted in the comments, so feel free to listen, rewind, and listen again. We'll give you 10 minutes to submit, and I believe the file is 4 minutes and 39 seconds long, so that gives you time to listen to it all the way through twice plus
A little
have
extra.
a little bit of discussion too. So I'm dropping that into Twitch, and I'm dropping that into YouTube. Do you already have it in the comments of Facebook?
I do indeed.
All right. Best of luck, everybody. If you need any help, let us know. But we're going to pop on the timer. We'll pop back in here. Pop, pop. At the 2-minute mark to let you know how much time is remaining. And at the 0-minute mark to let you know there's no time remaining. Other than that, there will be no filler music. And we will not be on screen. So we'll see you soon. Good luck.
Best of luck. And Shohei's out.
Hey everybody, just a point of clarification. We had someone ask a pertinent question. There is a question in the music round where one of the answers will require a production, not an individual singer. There will be one song in there that's from a musical. We're looking for the name of the musical. If you give us the singer, I'll look it up and see if that's right. But it'll be a lot easier if you just give us the name of the musical. So again, for the question where the answer is a song from a musical, the artist will just be the name of that production. Thanks very much, and best of luck. And you now have 2 minutes to submit your answers. Only 2 minutes remaining. We wanted to hop on because, of course, the remaining 2 minutes go by a lot faster than the preceding 8. So, best of luck. Get your answers in as soon as you can. Once we have all of our team's responses, we will go over the correct answers. And once you submit, probably the best time to take a break. Powder your nose, get yourself something to drink, all that noise. We'll see you soon. You have less than 2 minutes remaining.
No, we do not need the specific singer.
Yes. Jerome, I did address this, and TJ was about to address this too. There's a question, number 2, that requires the name of a production. We do not need a specific performer, just the name of the production from which the song is derived. That's it. Best of luck, everybody. See you soon. All right, everybody, that is your time. It's up, so make sure that you've submitted your answers. Looks like we have only 2 teams that we're waiting for, so make sure you get those answers in if you're one of those teams. And then, like you said, feel free to take a break. We'll take a minute or 2 and evaluate all of the answers and get back to you with the correct answers from round number 3. See you soon. All right, here we are. We are back, and now it's time to take a look at the correct answers from
They're
round number
right.
3. T, you want to do song number 1?
Song number 1
Hit it.
was War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Edwin Starr.
And not the original title of Leo Tolstoy's epic novel.
Yep.
Song number 2, Master of the House from Les Miserables. I believe the version that I used was the one that was original cast. I don't think it was the film. But either way, if you said Sacha Baron Cohen, if you said anybody who's performed in the role of Master Thénardier, or if you just said Les Miserables, you're totally fine.
Song number 3 was Desperado by the Eagles.
When Desperado comes on.
Song number 4 was The Boy in the Bubble by Paul Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And there he's getting choked out by the bubble boy.
Didn't you know, TJ? It's the Moops.
It is the Moops.
Song number 5 was From a Distance by Bette Midler. Threw you a bit of a curveball there.
Beaches.
Yeah, Beaches. Give me a break.
Before he absolutely trucks Bette Midler at home plate.
Song number 6, 9 to 5, Morning Train, Sheena Easton. We would have taken a variety of arrangements of that song title because it was released one way in Scotland and the UK and another way in the United States.
Song number 7 was Tom's Diner, which is DNA featuring Suzanne Vega. This is the redo of the song by Suzanne Vega.
Mm-hmm. But if you just said Suzanne Vega, we gave you
you're
credit
fine.
for it. I mean, it's Suzanne Vega's song.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was You've Got a Friend in Me by Randy Newman.
And if you haven't been able to tell by the right-hand pictures, it's Seinfeld time.
Yep, there you go. War, of course, the Tolstoy thing we mentioned. Master of the House. George can't stop singing after seeing Les Miserables. Desperado. Elaine's boyfriend is obsessed with that song. Boy in the Bubble. Classic. Bette Midler. Classic. 9 to 5. Morning Train comes up often on work-related montages for George, for Kramer, for Elaine, too, I think. Tom's Diner is the diner that served as the setting and external shot for Monk's Cafe. And then Newman. Had to end with Newman. All right, scoring update. Let's take a look.
Do we?
Oh, do we?
Yep. Well, actually, we don't do a scoring update after 3. We do it after 4.
Okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
postpone it then.
Like, we have this discussion every time, and every time, like, we do it.
I think it was because this was supposed to be a 3-rounder, and
Yeah.
I put a scoring update after 2.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, round number 4. The one that wasn't supposed to be. You want to start it off?
Metallica, the thing
Or
that
should I?
should not be. Go ahead.
All right, question number 1. President Félix Fauré was the addressee of Émile Zola's famous letter J'accuse, a missive that first appeared in what French newspaper published by Georges Clemenceau? Georges Clemenceau is the publisher of what French newspaper most famous for running Émile Zola's open letter J'accuse? That is question number 1.
Question number 2. What country is home to Pico Duarte and Lake Inroquia, the highest mountain and largest lake in the entire Caribbean?
Yep.
Once again, what country is home to Pico Duarte and Lake Inroquia, the highest mountain and the largest lake in the entire Caribbean? What country is that? That's question 2.
Question number 3. Although everyone remembers Josh Hamilton setting the first round record in 2008, which Minnesota Twins first baseman actually won that year's home run derby at Yankee Stadium? 2008's home run derby was hosted at Yankee Stadium, and Josh Hamilton was definitely making the highlight reel with bombing into the first round. But which Minnesota Twins first baseman was the eventual champion of that year's home run derby? Who was the 2008 home run derby champ? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. What longtime video game character saw a surge in internet relevance when players of the 8th game of this series of popular racing games noticed the character giving a death stare to opponents? What longtime video game character saw a surge in internet relevance when players of the 8th game in a series of popular racing games noticed that character giving them a death stare? What character is that? That's question 4.
Question number 5. If not for Jack Cassidy's performance in She Loves Me, which musical, featuring the songs Put On Your Sunday Clothes and Ribbons Down My Back, would have won all 11 of its nominations at the 1964 Tony Awards. The 1964 Tony Awards, which musical was nominated for 11 awards, winning 10 out of the 11, only losing Best Featured Actor to Jack Cassidy in She Loves Me. What was the name of that musical? It had Put On Your Sunday Clothes and Ribbons Down My Back. That's question 5.
Question number 6. Christine Sinclair is the highest scoring and most capped player for what country whose national team has taken back-to-back Olympic bronze medals in women's soccer? Once again, Christine Sinclair is the highest scoring and the most capped player for what country whose national team has taken back-to-back Olympic bronzes in soccer? That's question 6. Didn't know we had 2 sports questions this round.
Yeah, I mean, things got a little jumbled, frankly.
Things got jumbled.
They got jumbled. Question number 7. Umberto II ruled Italy as king for about 1 month in 1946.
What a month it was, though.
After the abdication of which monarch, who lost his rule over Albania 3 years prior and his rule over Ethiopia 5 years prior. So, what king was succeeded briefly by Umberto II? This king abdicated the monarchy after losing their rule over Albania and rule over Ethiopia. Really squeaked that one out. And
that's question number 7.
Looking for the name of that Italian king.
And your last question of the round, question number 8. Name for a famous Briton. What English baked dish of filet steak, pâté, and puff pastry is seen here? Filet steak, puff pastry, and pâté make up what famous dish named after a Briton? What is that?
Name it.
Name it.
Savor it.
Savor it, indeed. Here's a question recap.
Question number 1. Once again, we're looking for the name of the French newspaper published by Georges Clemenceau, most famous for running Émile Zola's open letter J'accuse, which was addressed to Félix Faure.
Question number 2. What country is home to Pico Duarte and Lake Enroquia, the highest mountain and largest lake in the entire Caribbean? What country is home to those? That's question 2.
Master of the house. Quick to get you.
Thanks, George.
Question number 3. In the 2008 Home Run Derby at Yankee Stadium, Josh Hamilton basically shot the lights out with his first round bombs, but which Minnesota Twins first baseman was the eventual champion of that year's Home Run Derby? Looking for the Minnesota Twins infielder who won that year's Home Run Derby. That's question 3.
Question number 4. What longtime video game character saw a surge in internet relevance when players of the 8th game in a series of popular racing games noticed that this character was given a death stare to opponents? What character is giving you a death stare? That is question number 4.
Working on side-eyeing that TJ pretty good. Question number 5. If not for Jack Cassidy's performance in She Loves Me, which 1964 musical with the songs Put On Your Sunday Clothes and Ribbons Down My Back would have won all 11 of its Tony nominations that year? Ooh. I know, that's a lot.
Jeez.
That's a lot. I don't know. I'm not quite sure which musical is the most winningest, having swept all of its nominated categories.
Could be interesting.
That's something for the chat. Figure that out. Anyway, that's question number 5.
Question number 6. Christine Sinclair is the highest scoring and the most capped player for what country whose national team has taken back-to-back Olympic bronze medals? What country has taken back-to-back Olympic bronzes and might do so again this year? And is home to Christine Sinclair is the highest scoring and most capped player for the country.
She's playing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
5th Olympics.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Umberto II ruled Italy for about 1 month after the abdication of which monarch who was previously the ruler of Italy and Albania and Ethiopia?
They lost his grip on 2 of those.
Yeah. Anyway, question number 7. What is the name of that Italian ruler who abdicated in 1946, giving rule to Umberto II? That's question number 7.
And your last of the round, name for a famous Briton. What English baked dish of filet steak, pâté, and puff pastry is seen here? Named after a Briton. What is this? It's a filet steak, pâté, and puff pastry. Tell me what it's also known as. If you just say filet steak, pâté, and pastry, you're not going to get the point. You are going to get a look, though. And that is question number 8. Get your answers in. We will see. We will see you in just a little bit.
Awesome. Best of luck, everybody. I want to go that
Yeah.
way.
No, bad Mickey. All right, let's go through those correct answers for round number 4.
Take it away. Question number 1. President Félix Faure was the addressee of Émile Zola's J'accuse, which was a letter famously published in what French newspaper run by Georges Clemenceau? We had a bunch saying Le Monde, but that is L'Aurore. The Dawn is the correct answer, L'Aurore.
Question number 2. What country is home to Pico Duarte and Lake Enriqueta, the highest mountain and the largest lake in the entire Caribbean? This was a social Dominican Republic.
That was it social?
I believe so.
I didn't think it was. Let me just double check that. It was. Okay. People know their Dominican geography. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 3. Although everyone remembers Josh Hamilton just mashing it in the first round in 2008, which Minnesota Twins first baseman actually won that year's home run derby at Yankee Stadium? That was Justin Morneau. Look at that sweet stroke right there. That's how you win a home run derby.
Mm-hmm. You win it 5-4 in the final round, don't you, Justin? Because Josh Hamilton was all tuckered out. Question number 4. What longtime video game character saw a surge in internet relevance when players of the 8th game in a series of popular racing games noticed the character giving a death stare to opponents? That was Luigi.
Mm-hmm. Giving that side eye. Yeah, exactly.
Think you coming up,
Oh,
baby?
you think you're cute. I see it.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. If not for Jack Cassidy's performance in She Loves Me, which 1964 musical would have swept all 11 of its nominations, it won for everything except for Charles Nelson Riley in Best Featured Actor. That is Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
Question number 6. Christine Sinclair is the highest scoring and the most capped player for what country whose national team has taken back-to-back Olympic bronze medals in soccer? That would be Canada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Christine Sinclair not only has the most goals for Canada, she has the most goals for any international soccer player, man or woman.
Mm-hmm.
She is a scoring machine. Question number 7. Umberto II ruled Italy as king for about 1 month in 1946 after the abdication of which monarch, who had lost his rule over Albania 3 years prior and his rule over Ethiopia 5 years prior. I should have specified that regnal number was also required. This is Victor Emmanuel III, the last of the Victor Emmanuels. There was a referendum to decide whether or not Italy would continue with the monarchy or become a republic. The referendum passed shortly after Victor Emmanuel abdicated to give his son Umberto II the throne, thinking, okay, maybe they just don't want me in charge. But no, the referendum passed, and they're like,
kings.
Done with that.
No king, no king,
La,
la
la,
la
la,
la la
la.
la.
But yeah, Umberto lasted a month, and then he was taken out.
And question number 8. Named for a famous Briton, what English baked dish of filet steak, pâté, and puff pastry is seen here, everybody? God, that's the beef Wellington.
That is the beef Wellington. I'd like to say thank you to Rachel Schumann for her donation.
Hey, thank you, Rachel.
Saying thank you also for shouting out Henry's birthday. Happy birthday, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, TJ, give us the scoring update, please.
In 6th place with 34 points, we have Slightly 2, Hot Vax Summer. In 5th place, 36 points for Pangalactic Gargle Branson. In 4th place, 37 points for Kanye West Nile Virus. 3rd place, 38 points for Team Coast to Coast. 2nd place, 39 points for Gentlefolk Octopodes. And finally, missing a question in that round, 1st place, 41 points for Incans living in Pizarro World.
Oof.
They have a 2-point lead.
All right. Well, here it is. Here's your final round, round number 5, and I'll start you with question number 1. Excuse me. Haven't even started on my beer yet. I'll make that the little mini game. Finish the beer. Question number 1. Known for blending whimsy and the macabre, what illustrator used the anagrammatic pen name Ogdred Weary to publish a 1961 pornographic tale titled The Curious Sofa? Very curious indeed. The Curious Sofa was a so-called pornographic tale illustrated by what writer and illustrator, well, it was written by what illustrator who used the anagrammatic pen name Ogdred Weary? It's question number 1.
Question number 2. What 3-word instruction was delivered by Bill Nye in the 2006 sequel and Liam Neeson in a 2010 remake of a 1981 film? So what 3-word instruction was delivered by Bill Nye in the 2006 sequel and Liam Neeson in a 2010 remake of a 1981 film. That's question 2. What's those 3 words instructions?
Question number 3. Which molecular structures are empty in Lewis acids and full in Lewis bases? These structures exchange electron pairs in order to form an adduct. Which structures exchange electron pairs in order to form an adduct? These structures are empty in Lewis acids and full in Lewis bases. I typed Mario Kart by mistake. My teammate is giving me the Luigi death stare.
You did one.
Anyway, what are the names of those molecular structures? That is question number 3.
Question number 4. In 2003, a UK newspaper revealed that Perry McCarthy was the secret identity behind the black-clad version of what anonymous reality television character? Once again, in 2003, a UK newspaper revealed that Perry McCarthy was the secret identity behind the black-clad version of what anonymous reality television character?
Well, it's supposed to be anonymous.
What
Perry,
is that?
Perry got found out.
What is that character? That is question number 4.
Question number 5. Under Grover Cleveland's direction, the United States government sued the American Sugar Refining Company in a Supreme Court case that provided an early test of what piece of antitrust legislation passed in 1890. So what piece of antitrust legislation passed in 1890 was first tested in a Supreme Court case against the American Sugar Refining Company? That's question number 5.
Question number 6. Lithuanian artist George Maciunas?
I think it's Maciunas.
Maciunas? Yeah. George Maciunas proposed the manifesto for what artistic movement practiced by Yoko Ono and Joseph Beuys that gets its name from the Latin for flowing. What artistic movement gets its name from the Latin for flowing and was practiced by Yoko Ono and Joseph Beuys, and Lithuanian artist George Maciunas proposed the manifesto for it. What is that artistic movement? It's question 6.
Question number 7. One of the many songs in the Broadway musical review Smokey Joe's Cafe that celebrates the career of songwriters Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller is what hit from The Coasters that shares its name with a Batman villain? What Coasters hit featured in the musical review Smokey Joe's Cafe shares its name with a Batman villain? That's question number 7.
And your last of the evening. Question number 8. Rosanna Arquette made her debut in the sequel to what 1973 film whose ending is seen on this slide? Mickey, you didn't put the slide in.
Oh, I did it on the recap, I'm pretty sure. Nope, I didn't. Okay, cool. I will get the picture, and I will drop it in.
Okay, cool.
So we'll go to the recap. That's here. Give me 1 second. Highly professional outfit we have here.
You're going to have to give that to me into the Facebook chat, too.
Yes, I gotcha. Let me open up Facebook and do that. Or, you know what? I'll just post it to the Octopus page. Everybody can look at it there.
Okay.
Everybody can look at it there. Twitch, YouTube, all of that. Anyway, let me go to Octopus Trivia and Events. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Home groups, post, promote. Why does it make me scroll down half the page to post something?
Yeah.
That should be like the first thing, right?
You think.
Anyway.
Gotta share the history, Mickey.
I also need to rename
It was
the
a
file.
stormy night in 1863.
I also need to rename the file.
Oh, that'd be helpful.
Hold on 1 second.
Just put question 8.
Image question. There we go. Because I don't want it to get uploaded with the tag of the name of the movie.
Did you
You're
want to
like, well,
hashtag this?
That defeats the purpose then, don't it? Okay. So posting. Where's posted? Still waiting for that. It's not a big
There it
image.
is.
There we go. It's up. Okay, great. So the image for question number 8 is now up on the Octopus page. Take a look at that. We will hit you with a recap in the meantime. Question number 1. What illustrator used the anagrammatic pen name Ogdred Weary when writing a 1961 pornographic tale titled The Curious Sofa?
And what a curious sofa it was.
Apparently quite curious.
Yeah.
That's question number 1.
Question number 2. What 3-word instruction was delivered by Bill Nye in 2006 sequel and by Liam Neeson in a 2010 remake from a 1981 film. What three-word instruction is that? It's question 2.
Question number 3. Which molecular structures are empty in Lewis acids and full in Lewis bases? These structures exchange electron pairs in order to form an adduct. What is the name of those molecular structures? That's question number 3.
It is. Question number 4. In 2003, a UK newspaper revealed that Perry McCarthy was the secret identity behind the black-clad version of what anonymous reality television character? What is the name of that anonymous reality television character? It was anonymous until Perry McCarthy got outed. What is that character? That's question 4.
Question number 5. Under Grover Cleveland's direction, the United States government sued American Sugar Refining for acquiring 98% of market share, providing an early test for what piece of legislation passed in 1890. So there was a case in, I think, 1894, 1896. I think it's 1896 that provided an early test for what piece of 1890 legislation. In that case, United States government sued American Sugar Refining for acquiring 98% of market share. That's question number 5.
Question number 6. Lithuanian artist George Masinas proposed the manifesto for what artistic movement? Practiced by Yoko Ono and Joseph Beuys. It gets its name from the Latin for flowing. What is the name of that artistic movement? That's question 6.
And question number 7. One of the many songs in the Broadway musical review Smokey Joe's Cafe that celebrates the career of songwriters Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller is what hit from the Coasters? It shares its name with a Batman villain. Batman.
And your last one of the night. Rosanna Arquette made her debut in the sequel to what 1973 film whose ending is seen on the Facebook page?
Sorry.
Yep.
I wondered why this week was so easy to put together.
I forgot.
All right. That's all of them. So best of luck, everybody. Remember, the image for question number 8 is on the Facebook page if you need to take a look at it. And, I mean, you do, unless you just happen to know right off the bat where Rosanna Arquette made her film debut.
Huh.
Probably at least one person in this game knows that.
Uh-huh.
But anyway,
Y'all
best
crazy.
of luck, everybody. Y'all real. Yeah, y'all pretty real. I'm going to press play on the thing called World Music, and we'll see what happens. And talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Oh, great. Bagpipes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Back and ready to give it to you with round number 5's answers.
Indeed.
Question number 1. Known for blending whimsy and the macabre, what illustrator used the anagrammatic pen name Ogdred Weary to publish a 1961 pornographic tale titled The Curious Sofa? Definitely not pornographic, but this was published by Edward Gorey. There on the left, you have his illustration from The Unrest Cure and Other Stories by Saki, featuring Tobermory the cat. And on the right, it says, the evening was a huge success, in spite of someone fainting from time to time. Very much an Edward Gorey kind of line. Question number 2.
Question number 2. What three-word instructions delivered by Bill Nye in the 2006 sequel? That will be Pirates of the Caribbean, The Dead Man's Chest. And Liam Neeson in a 2010 remake of a 1981 film that's Clash of the Titans. And they both say, release the Kraken.
There you go. Kraken's coming out.
There he is.
You are on notice.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. Which molecular structures are empty in Lewis acids and full in Lewis bases? These structures exchange electron pairs in order to form an adduct, and those would be orbitals. There we go. Within Lewis acids and bases, the orbital of an acid is empty. The base donates electron pairs. They form an adduct together. Those are Lewis structures.
Maybe you got Lewis pair.
In honor of Gentleman Octopus, everyone should play LO One-Day Special Cephalopods. Yeah, I played the cephalopods. I played it this morning, and I can't tell you how I did. But
question number 4. In 2003,
who knows? Maybe I'm down bad.
A UK newspaper revealed that Perry McCarthy was the secret identity behind the black-clad version of what anonymous reality television character. After he was outed, they killed this character off and then brought back the white version, like Gandalf, of the Stig.
Yep. The black version was the original, right?
Yes, that was the Perry McCarthy original. Wow. But yeah, like he said, it came back like Gandalf.
Shadowfax. Question number 5. Under Grover Cleveland's direction, the United States government sued American Sugar Refining Company in a Supreme Court case that provided an early test of what piece of antitrust legislation passed in 1890. It was the Clayton Antitrust Act that was passed in 1914, but it was Sherman that was the first, the Sherman Antitrust Act, named after John Sherman, a senator at the time.
Question number 6. Lithuanian artist George Masiunas proposed the manifesto for what artistic movement that was practiced by Yoko Ono and Joseph Beuys. The god's name from the Latin for flowing. And that would be Fluxus.
Yep, the Fluxus movement. And there's Masiunas with his monocle on a postage stamp for Lithuania.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Question number 7. One of the many songs in the Broadway musical review Smokey Joe's Cafe, which celebrates the career of songwriters Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, is what hit from the Coasters that shares its name with a Batman villain? You've got Poison Ivy.
Not Calendar Man?
Poison. No, it's not Calendar Man. Sounds like the gastrointestinal acid reflux version of the villain from Fern Gully. Yes. Tim Curry voices Fluxus.
In question number 8, Rosanna Arquette made her debut in the sequel to what 1973 film, whose ending you can see on the Gentleman Octopus Facebook page.
You can also see it on the following slide.
Yep. That is American Graffiti, and that's just telling you how they all did.
Yeah, 2 of them down bad.
Yeah.
First one killed by a drunk driver. The second one missing in action in Vietnam. I believe it's Vietnam. September 1965, yeah. Next one, insurance agent in Modesto, California. Ooh, pour one out. And the other's a writer living in Canada. But yeah, Rosanna Arquette made her debut in, I believe, the 1982 film More American Graffiti. And it was 1973. That was the original American Graffiti, which inspired Animal House to do their thing at the end where they freeze on each one of the characters and tell you what happened.
Yep.
Anyway, results. TJ.
Results. In 6th place with 39 points, we have Gentlefolk Octopodes. Well, they didn't get a score for the last round. That's not right.
That is not right, no.
No.
Let's see. Gentlefolk Octopodes, that's right. Round number 5. They submitted. I validated. You want to try refreshing?
I don't think it's my fault.
I don't like it's anybody's fault.
So they had 39 points. How many points?
Let me see here. Form responses. Gentlefolk Octopodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take them to 46.
We'll take them to 46. All right, cool. We're going to tie for 2nd place then.
Good for them.
We have Slightly Too Hot Vax Summer with 41 points. We had 43 points for Pan Galactic Gargle Branson. 3rd place, 45 points for Kanye West Nile Virus. Again, tied for 2nd, Gentlefolk Octopodes and Team Coast to Coast. But our winners tonight are Incans living in Pizarro World with 1 off the perfect score, just missing the Mario Kart.
Congratulations, everybody, scoring 41 points or higher on tonight's game.
Absolutely dunking the game for us.
I know that the first couple of rounds might have started off a little bit easier, eased you into it, but there was definitely some stuff in there that really could trip you up. So well done doing that well on tonight's game. Congratulations to Pizarro World, and thank you, everybody, for playing tonight.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for playing. If you want to support us, you can at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal at ksizemore@hotmail.com. Once again, not necessary whatsoever. Always going to be a free game. But if you want to support DIY Trivia, hit us up.
Yeah, and just recently we posted the entire Gentleman Octopus question archive, curated to take away like the easy, get them immediate answers and stuff that might have been timely at the time now but has kind of passed on. But we curated and posted the entire Gentleman Octopus question archive
on a pay what you want
on a pay what you want basis. Yeah, it's posted on the Octopus page as a Google Drive. You can access it totally for free. Take a look at it. Use it as your screensaver. Use it to make flashcards. Just scroll through it on a slide. Whatever you want to do. But it's a pay what you want basis. and whatever you think is fair. So if you want to check it out, it's posted on our page. I'll post some of the slides from tonight's game to it tomorrow so that it stays updated each week. But check it out, and you can use Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal at ksizemore@hotmail.com to send in whatever you want on a pay-what-you-want basis, or you can use it just to send us a tip.
Yeah.
That's always acceptable. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Thanks for hanging out after last week's cancellation.
And we will see you next week.
Sounds good to me. Good night.
Good night.